Most consumer rights are buried inside statutes that almost no one reads. In the next 7 minutes, I am going to walk you through 5 specific federal and state rules that put leverage back in your hands. We start with the strongest one: Statute of Limitations on Debt and the trap that resets the clock. Then lawyer hourly rates and the geography of legal pricing. The federal airline. Cash-refund rule. How moving states can kill old debt. And finally, small claims. Court fees by state. Each rule in 60 seconds with the statute, the trap, and the action. Let us start. Old debt has an expiration date. After a state-specific number of years, a debt collector cannot legally sue you to collect it. This is the statute of limitations on debt. The window varies by state and debt type. For most credit card debt, 3 to 6 years in most states, but as long as 10 years in some. Medical debt is usually shorter. Written contracts are usually longer. Tax debt has its own federal rules and is not covered here. The mechanic. The clock starts on the date of your last payment or last written acknowledgement of the debt. After the statute of limitations expires, the debt becomes time-barred. The collector can still ask for payment. They cannot sue you to force payment. The trap. A single new payment or written acknowledgement can restart the clock in many states. Zombie debt buyers count on this. They call hoping you will say something that restarts the clock. The defense. If sued on time-barred debt, file an answer asserting the statute of limitations as an affirmative defense. The case is dismissed. Subscribe for more procedural levers. Share with anyone fighting a debt collector. Procedural only, not legal advice. State-specific rules apply. Lawyer hourly rates in America range from $150 to over $500 per hour. The factors that drive the spread. Practice area. Personal injury and divorce often run $200 to $350. Corporate, tax, and patent typically $400 to $650. Solo immigration or small claims $150 to $250. Geography. Manhattan and Bay Area top the charts at $400 plus. Mid-sized cities like Atlanta or Phoenix sit at $250 to $350. Rural and small towns $150 to $225. Experience. First-year associates bill less than partners. A solo with 20 years experience often charges less than a junior at a big firm. The fix for high rates. Most consumer cases work on contingency. The lawyer takes 30 to 40% of recovery only if they win. No hourly billing. Free consultations are standard. Process only, not legal advice. Bar rules on fee splitting vary by state. Airlines owe you a cash refund if your flight is canceled. You do not have to take vouchers. This is a Federal Department of Transportation rule. It applies to every U.S. airline and every flight to or from the United States. Cancellation, significant schedule change, or denied boarding all trigger the cash refund right. You request the refund in writing through the airline. If they refuse or stall, file a complaint at dot.gov/airconsumer. The DOT investigates and can fine the airline. You have at most 7 business days for credit card refunds, 20 business days for cash refunds. That is the federal floor. This is procedural, not legal advice. Vouchers are optional, never required. If you move states, your old debt's expiration date might still apply. This is the borrowing statute. Most states have one. It says if a debt is time-barred where it originated, the new state will borrow that shorter clock. Example: you take on debt in California. The statute is 4 years. You move to Louisiana, where the statute is 10 years. If California's clock has already expired, Louisiana borrows the expired California clock. The debt is dead in both. Some states do not have a borrowing statute. They apply their own longer clock. This is a conflict of laws question. The clock starts at last activity, not when you moved. Check your state's borrowing rule before you assume the longer state's clock applies. Process only, not legal advice. Legal. Small claims court is the cheapest legal venue in America. The filing fee varies wildly by state. The low end. North Dakota and South Dakota charge $30. Wisconsin and Vermont, $40. The middle. Most states fall between $50 and $150. California is $50 for claims under $1,500, $75 up to $5,000, $100 up to $10,000. The high end. Illinois charges up to $210 depending on amount. New York City civil court starts at $15 but climbs fast. Hawaii goes to $155. The mechanic. Filing fees are recoverable if you win. The judge orders the defendant to pay your court costs on top of damages. So a $30 filing fee on a $5,000 claim is rounding error. If you cannot afford the fee, file an application to proceed in forma pauperis. Almost every state waives the fee for low income. Procedural only. Not legal advice. That is 5 consumer rights mechanics. 3 takeaways. 1. Any old debt has a clock, but one written acknowledgement or partial payment can restart it. Never engage with a zombie debt collector without understanding the date math. 2. Lawyer hourly rates vary 3 to 1 across states. If you can negotiate flat fee or unbundled services, you can cut legal costs in half without changing the outcome. 3. Small claims court is the cheapest legal venue in America. Filing fees recover when you win, and most states waive them for low income. Subscribe for more consumer rights mechanics. We publish a 60-second short every day. The description has the link to every individual short for deeper reference. Procedural only, not legal advice.